And gap to the car in front, 4.3 seconds. The car in front is a second a lap faster, 1 second. The energy store's depleting, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop. Tyre condition still looking good. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 6.0 seconds. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 4.6 seconds. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. You've lost some time to the car behind. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 9.9 seconds. Okay, so the car behind's just come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Soft tyres on the car behind. Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap.
Copy, can do.
Understood. Stopping this lap. Don't forget, box this lap. Okay, there seems to have been a problem removing the right front wheel. We need to try and put that behind us, and let's finish this race as strong as possible. Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres. This is our true place here. They've pitted as well, so we've got to warm up our tyres and get the most out of it. Come on. If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do. Okay, Jack's coming in for his stop now. Gap to your teammate ahead, 13.6 seconds. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Okay, so the car behind's just come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Soft tyres on the car behind. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.0 seconds. Okay, you're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing. The car ahead is a second a lap faster than you. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. flag, blue flag. Okay, gap to the car in front, 8.9 seconds. Okay, gap. Ahead, 8.5 seconds. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. The gap's currently 7 seconds between you and the car ahead. The car behind's gaining on you by 0.5 a lap. And gap to the car in front, 1.6 seconds. Okay, the car ahead's pulling away from you at a rate of around 2 seconds a lap. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. We've got a gap of around 4 seconds between you and the next car. Blue flag. Okay, blue flag conditions, create a gap and let the car behind through. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 3.6 seconds. Tyre condition still looking good. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. Okay, clear. flag, blue flag. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap, box this lap.
Copy, I'm on it.
We're not racing the car behind. Let them pass keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 11.9 seconds. Okay, we can take you this lap. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, Jack is in the pits, Jack in the box. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 14.5 seconds. The car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres. Blue flag. Okay, blue flag conditions, create a gap and let the car behind through. We've got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Gap to your teammate behind, 2.5 seconds. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 17.1 seconds. Blue flag, blue flag. We're not racing the car behind, let them pass when you can. Blue flag. Okay, gap to the car in front, 19.4 seconds. Okay, blue flag conditions, create a gap and let the car behind through. Okay, gap ahead, 22.9 seconds. Okay, we need to push now. Use the overtake button for more power. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 1.8 seconds. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. And gap to the car in front, 21.7 seconds. Blue flag, blue flag. We're not racing the car behind, let them pass when you can. Gap to your teammate behind, 2.4 seconds. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Okay, be aware the car behind is catching you by 5/10 a lap. 5/10. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 24.9 seconds. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 22.9 seconds. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.5 seconds. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 21.8 seconds. All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
What? Why?
You've heard this one before. Max Verstappen takes the victory.
And it's one thing to win, but to win like that in total dominance style, that was a fantastic drive, and it is not one that we see very often.
Hello.
Out onto the
Hello.
rostrum, looking down at
Hey,
their
mate, you all right?
team. It is time
Yeah, not bad,
for
mate,
the
you?
trophies.
Too bad. Yeah, I was just finishing
Max
my race there.
Verstappen has been here
Oh,
before.
good.
Another
Can you hear an
win
echo?
in Formula One?
No.
Is it alright, yeah?
Yep. All good.
You
Well,
watching my screen,
that
eh?
certainly was an exciting weekend of
Yeah,
Formula
I
One.
put it on
Be
there,
sure
went
to join us
downstairs
for
to
more
get some-
exciting Formula One action
Get a drink
very
and that.
soon.
I had
for the
to.
toilet.
I made a medium, soft, medium work there around Spain.
Did you?
I gained 2 places.
What did you have? AI on? 107?
108, I have mine on.
108. I don't understand why you do it to yourself.
Yeah, well, it's just a challenge, isn't it? Hang on, let me just connect you to the headset.
Oh.
It's almost like it's torture, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm fighting with a managed to beat Haas and beat a
Like they must be slower on your career, what you're doing. Because in
why?
theory, compared to like when we were on, what do you call it? They were keeping up with us and traveling, going fast on like 104 or whatever we put it down to. So 108, they should have just obliterated you.
No, to be fair, I mean, I was keeping up with the cars on our race, but I didn't do the medium, soft medium. I was just managed my tyres throughout the whole stint, and and I managed to kind of that's pretty much where I should finish really. Fucking
Yeah.
look at some people there done 4-stop.
Yeah, three.
Norris done
One.
oh yeah, 3-stop,
Three
sorry, yeah,
stops.
not 4-stop, 3-stop. But yeah, that's pretty much where I should have finished.
Oh, you're bald.
Well, I thought that if you're gonna be a manager, it's probably gonna be bold, isn't it?
It's kind of one I've gone with 'cause I'm bald. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, fair enough. No, I'll quickly come out of this now, mate, and we can get into Austria.
No worries.
Fantastic news. One of our parts is now developed. After completing a single part, it will be ready for fitting. We can select
Just show you
which
my
car to
performance
install
quickly.
it on. Parts that have been dual developed will automatically
Where is
be
it
fitted
here?
to both cars. Head over to engineering and the assign upgrades screen so you can take a
I
look.
don't think you can on this bit or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's on
Weird.
where is it? It's on progress history.
Progress history.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I've always found it weird how it only shows you the like what you've got for the specific drivers, not
Yeah.
as a team as a whole.
So we should be rock bottom there, really, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're racing as Mayor. I'm guessing you give more to Crawford.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's really weird? Because what do you think of my livery, by the way?
Good at car customization bit. With
Uh,
the one on the right, yeah. Not sure.
it's a bit different, but
Race DLC identity. No, the one. Yeah, that one. I not got much sponsors on it in a minute. It's like mine. Mine's just pretty much what you call it, as is. Like mine though. What the? Trying to think what. See, mine is the other Xenon Dynamics. That's the actual livery, what it is.
yeah,
But mine's. I don't know if mine's the same. Whatever mine is, anyway, there's one that you can have the base. Like when you choose your base, type your main sponsors at the beginning of it all.
yeah.
Your head sponsor. You can some of them you can actually have there's actually a liveries for what you get from doing shit anyway. So I've got one of them and then the actual livery to go with it.
Oh yeah, that's alright then.
So it's like it's obviously my team, but shame you can't make your own sponsor. Like you can't make when you're putting your sponsors on the car, you can't like put your name, so to
Yeah,
speak.
I've got about three sponsors unlocked now. I think
Yeah.
it's not that many, but how far into my team are you?
I think I'm race 5. Which one's 5 now? That Monaco? It's not Monaco, is it?
Imola, right?
Saudi. No, not Saudi.
Bahrain.
Wait, 1 minute. Wait, I've done Melbourne, China, um, Suzuka. I think I've done
Bahrain.
Saudi. Yeah, Bahrain. Yeah, Bahrain.
Nice.
Yeah, I was getting confused then. Yeah, right confused.
I had a rock solid race there though.
Yeah, you kept the gap to your teammate and Bortoletto behind. Looks like they were fighting quite a bit though. When we went
Those
all set
back.
up here.
Were you watching a lot of it? I saw you when you joined, but I couldn't obviously get on headphones.
I watched you from, well, like I said, I joined I think when you were on lap 49,
Okay, yeah.
and then I went downstairs to, well, obviously I said hello, I didn't know if you'd got your headset on, and I thought, oh, he must not have got his headset on yet, so I thought, right, I'll just mute it up in case anyone comes in the room being loud, and then I thought I'll go and get a drink. Right.
Yeah, I think to have a good race in Spain, you've really got to be able to manage, like, tyre manage really well.
Yeah.
But the car, my team car, just feels so slow compared to this Connor Sport.
Might be because it's, I don't know, like I say, it does it to what your two drivers' performance like the updates you do, but then you can only like put it on one car, so like one might be a lot slower than what it should be. Where you just significantly, if you just put them all on your car, whoever you're driving into, i.e. Maya, she should be you'd probably be a lot quicker, but because you like balance them out and getting some to your what do you call it? It's like, imagine if you could do it on this, you did this two-player career, and when you joined the team, it did certain things to certain drivers and certain
Yeah.
ones to others. So like your number one driver, so Lewis would be getting like, he could end up like 2 or 3 upgrades more than me until they've developed more.
Yeah, I usually give Crawford about 2 more upgrades than me, so I think the upgrades in total. I think it's about 2018 now in terms of he's got 2 more than me. He's got 20 parts. I've got 18 parts.
Yeah,
But I
and
don't
so
know if
on mine obviously because I've got Webber as my teammate,
Mm.
and he's actually been doing okay. To be fair, he's not done too bad lately. But I have given him
Welcome along to the
one
Red Bull
upgrade.
Ring.
I've got one
Breathe in
upgrade,
that
but he's going to
fresh
get
alpine
the
air.
next upgrade.
The hills are
Are you
alive with the
beating him
sound of
overall?
F1. It's practice time here in
Yeah,
Austria.
at the moment. Only by, I don't think I've scored points on it, but I've had slightly better finishing. He's generally been just behind me. Sometimes about 5, 6, 7 seconds. Sometimes he's been right up with me.
Yeah.
I've had a chat with the R&D team about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so go and give them a try.
Austria.
It's a sprint weekend.
No.
You know what's really weird? I don't know how the AI are getting two sets of hard tyres.
Yeah, it's baffled me over the last few races. Like what?
Is it because they're not using the hards in practice?
Could be.
It's an interesting one, isn't it?
I've always found though you only need really one hard. I mean, you've got to use 2 sets of tyres, so if you're gonna, you wouldn't do like a medium and a hard, you just do medium hard, because in any race, that should get you to end regardless.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I don't understand why you do 2 hards. You're just going slower, I have to sacrifice that slow pace twice.
I think it pretty much means that their fucking pace is
I usually use a hard if it's a track where it's got a lot of wear and I know I'm gonna have to like run medium hard or something, or run the hard to try and do a longer stint and not have to worry about my tyres for a bit. Or I'll use a hard if I know it's a decent race tyre. I can try and extend it and put it on and try and play black and hope something happens during a race, and then switch to something quicker. You know, a bit like that race what I just had obviously last night, but obviously in end. I mean, it was close, but I really, if I'd have thought I didn't have a fresh set of mediums though. That's my only problem. I only had the one medium, and I think I had 2. I did have 2 medium. Anyway, it was used, so I thought, and I couldn't remember how used they were. I know one of them I changed, but yeah, I thought I didn't want to go to a soft just in case they burned out stupidly quick, and then I got just absolutely caught. So I thought I'll run hards. Then again, the hards, I'm doing them from like what, lap 30 up until all the way to end, 31 or whatever it were, right to end.
Yeah, no,
So
I
I did a
definitely
hell of
think
a lot of laps on them.
in this Ferrari, mate, you're definitely managing your tyres a lot better. I don't know
Certain
if
tracks it's just been a bit tricky.
it's just I think well it might just be a case of obviously just practice, or you know, I mean, you obviously might have just tweaked the driving style a little bit.
I mean, I was trying to save. I was lifting in. I won't say lifting, but I was lifting more in corners, and I would have been a lot more cautious once Lewis pitted and that. And while I was pulling away, and I had the pace on the hards when he kept Norris and Max behind him.
Yeah.
I were trying to manage it a little bit, so hopefully extend and see, depending on what their pace were when they came out at pits. But then once I saw what he was thinking, I thought, it's going to be close. I only got a bit more butt twitching when I got that penalty, and I was like, oh crap. I saw to, like I say, I saw to myself, I thought he's going to struggle to catch me by the end on what he's doing. If thinking, and then when I got that penalty, I'm thinking, oh no, No, that's actually going to throw him right way in it.
Yeah, no, you done well, mate. Very good.
Ah,
Oh, I was
right.
so pissed off. You can probably tell.
Right.
I was so annoyed.
Yeah.
Don't push the car just
Well, I
yet.
mean, I was
Track is
fighting for
still
8th
green.
place. I mean,
Try to take
I
it
probably
easy for
could
the
have
first
finished
couple of
maybe
laps.
5th if I hadn't had that spin, and I think I'd done amazing to recover, and then just to throw it all away again on the last lap.
Yeah. At first, I thought you got another DNF mechanical. I'm thinking, oh, that's grim.
No, it was just. But that race in Spain has helped me a lot there because I've had a really solid race, so I'm kind of back in the groove a little bit. It's one of those, isn't it? Like, I mean, you need.
Okay, let's have some nice
It's
steady
like you're only
laps here,
as
please,
good as
just
your
to
last race,
manage
really.
pace,
Isn't it?
like you would in the race. That's what's going to give us the best data.
Well, luckily, obviously, I had that good race then, and this coming into one of my strongest weekends and all now. But then again, the ones where I've actually know I've been can be pretty strong or I've done well, I've actually ended up flopping them all, or something's happened. So I'm just hoping this weekend can be a carry on from last. To be fair,
Yeah.
that's what I need. If I've got any hope to trying to help Lewis so I can try and get constructors. I don't think I'm going to be able to fight for champ drivers, but constructors I can try and score high still. If Lewis does, maybe at least get one trophy.
Oh, I think definitely constructors, mate. 100%.
Constructors will get a bit more. While I can develop the car as well at the minute, if we can try and jump ahead and get or close and get level with McLaren, I mean, we've only just pulled ahead of Red Bull, but it's like literally there's been nothing in it. It'll come down to different tracks and what we've got better than each other, i.e. power unit or aero, and they've got a better aero, so they should still do better on aero tracks. But come late on the season, when we've done a lot more upgrades, there'll be ones I won't be able to get until I've got 60% recognition, even 50% on some of them, and I'm only at 38, so it's going to be tough because I won't be able to develop the car at all. It's all going to be Lewis.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Back in a sec, mate.
Yeah, no.
I'm back.
No worries.
All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out onto the track.
I just did that first lap on race strategy. Just felt like I was steering a boat. Also on the wheelbarrow.
Yeah, that barge.
Have you got a preset setup that you've got for Austria?
Yeah.
What wings are you running?
A minute. We should have a look now. On here, 28, 23. Wow, what wings are you running? Without saying.
No, 21.17 at the moment.
Yeah, so that'll be more on straights, which I mean, there's 3 good straights, really.
Just trying to find the balance really. I judge it a lot on my race strategy program.
Yeah.
If I'm losing a lot of delta on the straight, then I know I need to reduce the downforce a little bit. Because at the end of the day, that race strategy is accurate. That's how you're going to be in the race. In terms of just general lap time. Definitely does feel that the car's a bit off balance at the moment. In terms of upgrades, I don't know if Callie's going in a different direction or whatever, but you know, it's not. I don't know if you can tell. Well, I know you touched on it before, but you know, like when there's a difference between a setup issue that's not balanced and how you know the car's just not balanced in terms of upgrades.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like you could run a really balanced setup in the car, and it still feels off balance, but in a really weird way. I'm bought equal upgrades this weekend for some reason. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's just the car. Hit up. Yeah, the goal for me now, mate, I think, is to first this season to really try and take the fight to Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to give any spoilers. I think you probably know what I'm going to do, right? But in terms of that, the off season, but in terms of next season,
you have to give yourself a realistic goal. Give yourself crazy goals
Pitting
and then
this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of
like
this
so.
lap.
Let's say you tried to say your goal was to get amongst and challenge top 4. It's just not going to happen. You're just going to put yourself in racing. You're going to be trying too much, and that's where a lot more accidents happen. So you have to think about the guys that you can realistically catch and hopefully finish around or try and beat in constructors. And at first season, when you're in a team that was starting at bottom, it's going to be around your top midfielders that you'll be around when it comes to end it, unless they develop their cars like a hell of a lot, considering the AI. Sometimes they do. You'll get a season where AI has just done a hell of a lot to their cars. Sometimes you won't.
it's a case of like picking and choosing your battles, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Program done.
You know, if you complete, if you get like 2 out of 3 development boosts, but that third one you're missing is like a durability. Do you not bother with that usually?
You what, man?
You know, if you're doing the practice programs and you know the development boosts.
Yeah, durability ones, mate. If I ain't done it when I'm doing the thing, I don't worry about doing them.
Yeah, it's the same for me. That's because I don't know if you've got the same for race strategy. But race strategy, I've got 2 out of the 3. I passed it. I got purple race strategy. I've got 2 out of the 3 development boosts, but the one I haven't got is durability. So I'm not going to go out and do 1 lap just for that again.
Yeah.
It'd be different if it was a chassis or a powertrain. But yeah.
Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
I've just seen your text now on WhatsApp. So I couldn't reply, but I was right, as you know, I was right at the race. What's your ride height at the moment?
1 minute, I'm just back into the garage. I want to say it's 20 on front, 43 or 44 up there, maybe.
I think I'm running 21.43, I think.
Yeah, 21.43.
Well, same as me.
Yeah.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Have you got the Chat GBT app on your phone?
No.
That's really good, that. Have I told you about that before?
I think so, yeah. A while ago.
It's like the Amazon Alexa, but like it's 20 times better. I'm expecting another strong weekend here from you, mate, again.
I'm hoping so.
Not to
I'm
be
just
under
hoping
pressure,
that rain stays off a lot longer than last time.
Yeah.
Or whatever. If the rain hits pretty early and it's just rain all the way through, I'm going to be gutted, especially saying it's only going to be rain for a bit of it, not all of it.
Yeah. What was your wings again?
28, I do believe. 28, 29, and then about 23 or 24 up rear.
Okay.
Something like that.
Are you sticking to that, do you think?
Yeah, possibly, because it'll help me when it does rain as well, having a bit more downforce.
I've got 25.19. Gone up a little bit now. That'll hopefully still give me a little bit more straight line speed.
Check's complete. Everyone be aware, we've got a car leaving the garage.
I've only got one more program to do, mate.
Yeah, I'm on my last one now anyway, mate.
Sorry if that was loud.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
I was listening to podcasts today. Do you listen to any F1 podcasts?
No.
And I don't know if you've ever heard of Matt Gallagher and Tommy. They used to do the WTF1. Now they're doing their own podcast. They've got quite a big following. They had Alex Albon ranking, like doing like a World Cup knockouts kind of like ranking for all tracks. And he said he doesn't like the Red Bull ring. He says it's overrated.
I think it has a lot of battling though on it. It does have good racing on it.
Yeah. Have a guess what won?
Most of them thingy, but I'm gonna say he's probably gonna have gone with Spa.
Silverstone.
But yeah, Silverstone. I'm gonna say Silverstone. A lot of them, the old school tracks, Spa, Silverstone, Suzuka. A lot of them love them.
Yeah. Have a guess what the final was? What his top two tracks were?
His top two tracks.
Obviously it was Silverstone, but who was it against?
Silverstone. Spa.
Nope.
I
I don't know if you'll get it or not. And it is a great track if you think about it. It's one that we never really talk about either.
Current calendar.
Yeah.
One that we never really talked about. United States, Texas.
Yes, Kota.
Yeah, cause I'm gonna say quite a few because it has that old field. Cause it's got gravel traps and that, and because of its first, a lot of them love the first sector and that.
I'm done, mate.
Yep, same. Position.
Yeah, see if we can get this weekend done, then into Silverstone.
Yeah. Into practice. Obviously, last night we had an unfortunate thingy as well where we got back, 20 laps in or whatever. And then that safety car, or whatever it happened, and then we restarted.
And then you give me a very generous restart there. It was very generous.
Yeah. I mean, my race went no different anyway, to be fair. Nothing changed for me.
Yeah.
I still went on the same tyre. Only thing that changed actually was top lot changed. Lewis went on to hards, and so did Piastri, whereas Norris stayed on mediums, and Max stayed on hards as well.
I think, judging by where our performance is, we're not that. I think we're as close as we've ever been to Williams, right? We should quite easily be able to fight with them, really.
Yeah, Williams and then Williams and Aston's based on pace, they should be like somewhere in no man's land on their own. They should be a bit in front of Haas and Alpine and all that, with a bit of a gap, and then but quite a bit about same gap what they have to them. They should be behind like Mercedes, and then you have top three.
I think I might be able to fight with them actually this weekend.
But Mercedes, even though they're there with pace, they've been really really bad. Like they've been really bad. I don't know what the individual departments like.
Yeah, they're very. That's a very straight line, isn't it?
They're very good on. They've got a top aero though. They're third in aero. They're just in front of Ferrari and then Red Bull, obviously McLaren at best. They've got to be slacking somewhere, which is causing them a lot. See the fourth in, then we flip on chassis, we're in front of Mercedes, but then Red Bull and McLaren, kind of the same way. Red Bull to be fair, McLaren are a bit better. I'm guessing it comes down to powertrain. They must have a rubbish powertrain. Yeah, not that bad.
Not
To
too
be fair,
bad.
it's all kind of just. You know when someone's dominantly better on engine because there's like significant differences. For
Hang
a
on a
minute,
minute.
everyone's like all exact same.
If you look on the powertrain,
Yeah.
is it just my eyes or is it Aston Martin, McLaren, and Red Bull, and Visa Cash App? They all look like they're ahead on powertrain. But yet Mercedes is still ahead of them on that list.
Wait a minute. I'll have to get up close.
Looks like they're a little bit ahead.
No, Red Bull's actually a smidge behind McLaren. McLaren are basically level with Aston, and then Aston are basically level with Mercedes. Red Bull are a bit behind. So it RB.
I'm a little bit further away, and it looks like they're a little bit ahead of Mercedes, but obviously not. Right. Oh, I've got a supplier upgrade, durability. Shame it's not aero or chassis. Never is it, when you're struggling?
I don't think you get supplier upgrades like that. Only supplier upgrades you get a powertrain or durability, I think. Yeah, supplier upgrade on the
I thought
powertrain, supplier upgrade at bottom of
I thought Devon Butler would be making phone calls. He needs to be making lots of phone calls in the office at the moment.
Right, I'm back in a minute, pal, while it
No
starts.
worries.